Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the Buster Show podcast. Today we got Gorilla Nems on the show, the legend, a friend, my friend. How are you doing?
Absolutely. I'm great, man. Having a great time at life.
I love it. So I want to start this off by giving a little bit of context to anybody who may not, know your story, and I'd love to hear more about it. You've been rapping, you've been doing your thing for a very long time. When did you start rapping?
Um, I've been rapping since I'm probably as long as I can remember, but I used to just do it like freestyling with friends. I started actually writing raps probably around 15 years old, so probably like almost 20 years. And it's just, you know, I've grinded for a while. I started with the battle rap circuit. I did my thing with that. And then I always was making music, and I always knew something would stick, and something stuck with the Bing Bong stuff and all of that.
So let's talk about that. What was the first moment that the Bing Bong hit? Because now you can't go anywhere without, especially in New York, hearing people say Bing Bong. And for a moment there, when the Knicks hit a three-pointer, there was a Bing Bong. It was
Yeah, yeah.
ridiculous. But what was the moment where it hit for the first time big?
The moment when it hit the first time big would be the side talk videos that I did with Jack and Trent. Now, Jack and Trent, their side talk. They have the thing that's their brand, and I did I think 3 videos in 2021 with them, and the first one I did with them probably around April. It dropped April May. I said Bing Bong in it, and then it just took off, and people were saying it, but it didn't really take off like it really like when it really went crazy. I think from me saying it, then the kid said it in front of the garden when the Knicks was doing it. Then it went crazy there, and then it just on TikTok started going crazy, and it just took a life of its own. Like it went super viral. I don't think you could go more viral than that. The president said it. It was used over 1 billion times on TikTok alone. So yeah, it really can't get more viral than that.
Yeah, I remember seeing the president do that. That was pretty cool. Was there a moment for you when you were on your phone and you were like, "Oh, this is this is as big as it is"? Was it the president saying? What was it that you were
No,
like,
I,
"This
I
is"?
remember. I remember. So probably in the end of October to the beginning of November, it started like every day was something new. Like it started was like, all right, Little Nas X said it this day, then John Legend is singing it this day, and every day is something new. G Herbo and then I remember the last day of me actually packaging my own merchandise. I had my whole house full of merch. Um, and I'm packaging it up with a friend of mine that was helping me. And I remember stopping for a minute, looking at Instagram, and I was like, "Oh shit, the president just said it." And then, like at that moment, I was like, "Yo, it's over. Now it's officially like the biggest thing ever." And then from that point, it's just been my life has just been different. Like I haven't, I don't package I have a facility packaging the merchandise. I quit my job. It was crazy.
That's amazing. That's and
Yeah.
the power of social media. And was it TikTok mainly, or a little bit
Yeah, and it's
TikTok?
crazy because I don't even really mess with I mean, I'm trying to now, but they always take my videos down for cursing and stuff like that. So I mean, it was all social media though, between TikTok and Instagram and Twitter and everywhere else, man. It just was going crazy. So, but TikTok really is what I believe blew it up.
Why'd you start saying in the first place? Is it because of the New York City subway, or
Has
what is it?
nothing to do with the subway.
It
I
has nothing
haven't.
to do with it.
No, I haven't been on a train in 15 years. But so basically every Saturday I would drop new merchandise and I would put it all across all my couches at my house and be like, yo, this is what we got going on. Bang, check this and make like 1 minute videos from my FYL brand Instagram page and just show people what's new. So I used to be like, bang, check this new shit. Bang, bang. And then one day I was feeling good. I was playing around, joking around, and I was bing bong, check this, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, and people started reacting to it and laughing, and then we just kept saying it over and over in my neighborhood in Coney Island, and then the Side Talk kids came. We said it in that, and yeah, it took a life of its own. But it really had nothing to do with the train at all.
That's so funny because I remember when it first happened, a bunch of people on Twitter were like, "Oh, it's the
Yeah,
subway."
everybody, everybody thinks it's from the train, but it has nothing to do with the train.
Well, it's good to know the truth. Where did the
Listen, if the catchphrase was ding 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 ding, you know what I'm saying? It would be like, oh, that's the train. You know what I'm saying? Nah,
ding
it don't have
ding?
nothing to do with the train.
Yeah, ding ding doesn't ring as well as Bing Bong. Where'd the fuck your life brand come from? Where did that originate?
I've been yelling "fuck your life" since I'm as long as as long as I can remember. It's always been it was something that, again, kind of sort of like Bing Bong, but when we were younger, 16, 17, a bunch of us, my group of friends would just say fuck your life. Yo, go to the store for me, man. Fuck your life. Yo, do this from now, fuck your life. And then we started rapping, and we was like, yo, what are we gonna call ourselves? And I was like, fuck your life. And it just stuck. And then wherever we would go in New York City or anywhere, as soon as we get into the building, we yell, yo, fuck your life. And it's just something, that people remember. And they always told me throughout the years, man, yo, you're never gonna make it saying fuck your life.
Who
And
said
look, man,
that?
all throughout the years, you're not gonna make it on radio, or you can't have, you can't build something sustainable with a curse, or that's something so vulgar. And look, I just stuck with my guns, and all these years later, got fucking old ladies in Arkansas screaming, and people in Alaska. It's worldwide now. It's crazy.
You know what's funny about that? Radio didn't make it on radio.
Yeah, exactly,
Like that's not
exactly.
a thing anymore. So, it's always bet on yourself. Yeah, I think
Absolutely.
that's the message there. What do you want to be doing? What is your goal? Just keep
Uh,
keep rapping.
I mean, the rapping is always going to be there, because that's what I started with, and that's what I love to do. But I'm starting to see now it's more like I'm getting into comedy now, throwing my own comedy shows. I'm
Hell
starting
yeah.
to do movies. You know, I'm kind of like I want to do it all, man. I want it all. The music is the easiest part because that's what I've always been with. I'm comfortable doing that. I can go on any stage, anywhere, throughout the world, and whether it's 10 people or a million, I know I'm gonna rock the shit. But comedy is a new endeavor, and it's very nerve wracking. To when I did a comedy show, I've done 2 comedy shows so far where I've hosted. I don't have a routine. I'm not doing stand up, but I'm hosting stand up things, and it's like starting rapping all over again. I see the crowd. I'm real nervous. And I like that thing. I like, you have to face your fears in life, man. Like if you let fear rule your life, man, your life is gonna be, very plain and mundane. And I don't want that for myself, man. I've learned that the best rewards come from facing your fears, and you know the biggest rewards come from that. And it's uncomfortable at first, but I'm ready for it, man. So I'm ready to take all challenges.
No, I love that. I mean, I remember when was your hosting before or after season 3 of the Crew League when you
The
started
of the
doing
comedy show.
yeah.
Yeah, it was after. The
Did
Crew
that
League
did,
caught me early. They caught it right when Bing Bong was blowing up for season 3.
yeah, I remember that was great.
Yeah.
I remember there was a uh during season 3, our rooms were right across from each,
Yes.
and I was on my phone and a video of yours came up and you were like Bing Bong, and then I turned and you were outside the room going Bing Bong, and I was like what? I was like what is going on here? I felt like I just entered my phone. It was pretty funny. But so was that your first sort of experience doing hosting in that way, and did that help
The
at all?
Crew League, yeah, the season 3 of the Crew League was like my first big TV production. Um, and it's actually the first time I actually got sick of saying Bing Bong.
I
that
remember you
first
told me
that
that.
first day,
You're
I was
like,
like, I had enough of this shit, man. Like, but I was back the next day, ready. I just needed to recharge the battery, because people always ask, yo, don't you get sick of saying it? And it's like, not really, because it's not something. that I change myself or change who I am to do. It's not like, see, a lot of people when they go viral or they do dumb shit or jump out the window and do corny stuff to become viral. Me going viral was an accident. I didn't expect it. It was me being myself, but I didn't change who I was. That's actually me. I fuck around all day. I laugh and joke all day and say dumb shit and just have fun with my friends. And I went viral being myself. So when they ask, "Am I sick of it?" It's like, nah, because I'm me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just I
It's
was just being
authentic.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's authentic. It wasn't anything that I changed my persona to be. So I'm comfortable with being myself and saying Bing Bong. So it's just that first day was just like nonstop. I just was tired of hearing it myself, but I don't say it as much as we did that first day in the crew league.
Well, the thing about the crew league that I think people don't get to is we filmed the whole thing in 2 days.
Yes,
So it's very long days. Those are like the longest days of our lives
it
because
really is. Like
the
when you're done, you're like, oh, you're in LA, oh, you're in Atlanta. It's like, yeah, but we're filming. And when you're done filming, you don't want to do anything but go to the hotel and go to sleep because you know you got the next day of doing the exact same thing for the exact amount of hours. Not saying that it's not fun while we're doing it, but it is a long, very long day. It's 13, 14-hour days.
yeah, actually doing it is an insane amount of fun. But then there's the in between time, which is the draining.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
that's what's draining. Um, yeah, I think the thing about with social media too, and you're alluding to this, but the reason why I think a lot of it is people get bored of it or people don't end up being able to continue it is because these days you're rewarded for doing more and more extreme stuff,
Exactly.
and at a certain point you're either going to be A, canceled for doing something you shouldn't have, B, physically hurting yourself, or C, you can't go any further. And then, people, nobody is going to want to see that anymore because you set up this impossible cycle. So doing it, when it's authentic, it's like Billy Joel has been performing the same songs for 45 years. I don't even know when the last time the dude put out an album was. Drake is going to perform the hits. I mean,
Yep.
it makes people happy. It's no different. But if it wasn't authentic, yeah, it would be a disaster.
Yeah, and also, that people ask, like, are you worried that when Bing Bong is done? Nah, I've been putting in work for 15, 20 years on the music side. And just, look, as soon as the Bing Bong wave kind of died down, I started with the don't ever disrespect me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like I'm not worried about that because the person I am is I'm always creating
Mm.
I'm always having a good time and joking and laughing, and something always sticks. And I've been putting in the legwork for years to ensure that when this moment happens, I knew it was going to happen. I just didn't know what it was that was going to make it happen. But I've been putting in work to ensure that when the moment does come, I'm ready for it with a bunch of other stuff. So, I'm here now, whether people like me or not, I'm here now. But for the most part, man, I'm just creating positivity, whether I walk into a room with a bunch of gangster rappers or 70-year-old ladies or 10-year-old kids. It's all the same reaction, man. They get a kick out of it, and I love
Yeah,
doing it. I love it.
I've seen it. I've seen it. Um, the don't ever disrespect me. Those videos are funny. Do you have a favorite that I saw you doing them with Logic and you've done a bunch of them. When you come up with these, are they all top of head or you're like looking at them, you're like, I'm gonna get something.
Nah,
And then you
the
pull it out.
majority is like on the spot. I don't know how my mind works like that, but it does, and I'm grateful for it. But not the 95% of it is like right there on the spot. It's kind of like freestyling without having
Right.
to rhyme, you know. But I don't know. I've just throughout my life just become like a pop culture encyclopedia, I guess, from just paying attention to everything, and I'm just it's just natural. My favorite one is the guy that looked like the sloth, though. There's in one of them. I'm like, yo, don't disrespect me looking like a sloth. And he looks at the camera, and the way he walks is just exactly like a sloth. It's hilarious to me.
Oh my God. That's great. Yeah, it is interesting. You know, it's I think uh your presence too makes it so much funnier just because like you're a taller, guy, and it's always somebody so random. Or if the celebrities are the best because nobody, celebrity, you're so used to seeing celebrities just be like praised for mostly no reason at all because
Yeah,
of the people who they surround themselves with. So I think that's the funniest, and you can tell a lot about somebody by how they respond to
absolutely.
being made fun of.
Post Malone was one of my favorites because they called me as people and they wanted me to he wanted to do the don't ever disrespect me with me on people. But when he saw
Oh,
how I do it, how I did it, he was like, I don't think I could do that. I said, bro, I didn't come over here for nothing. Like, so now I'm gonna do it on you. And he was like, all right, no problem. And then I got one doing it on him, and it became, he's a great guy, man. His vibe was definitely like cool and chill. And Post Malone was one of my, one of the good people that I met throughout doing that.
that's awesome. He seems like a really good guy, and obviously his music's great too.
Yeah, Logic was fun doing. Who else? I mean, I'm every time now a celebrity does, it's kind of like become a thing where the celebrity wants me to do it to them. So I like doing it. You know.
No, yeah, on the encyclopedic front, I've watched a few and you've pulled some. I don't even get the references. And I'm just like, how does this guy, where is he pulling this stuff from? Uh, no, those are really good. Um, Now, and going forwards, are there any sort of actors or comedians that you'd want to do stuff with? Are there people that you've watched from afar for a bunch of years that you want to do the don't disrespect me to? If you could do any of that stuff with anybody, who would you? uh
I would want to do it to people that have a lengthy career. Like I was just talking to somebody, and it was like, "Yo, I know Hulk Hogan. Would you want to do?" I said, "Yeah, I would love to do it to Hulk Hogan because I know a lot about Hulk Hogan. I was a wrestling fan as a kid. I don't really watch wrestling anymore, but I know a lot of things. Like, yo, don't disrespect me. Smothering the back of your leg on people's faces. Don't disrespect me. With deflated pythons. Like I know a lot about Hulk Hogan that I would be able to do it to. So I would love to do it to people that have a lot of history, in whatever genre they're doing, because there would be a lot to work with.
what would you say to the president?
Bro, don't ever disrespect me for being asleep half the fucking life. Don't ever disrespect me being a real life weekend at Bernie's.
I love it. Now, going forwards too on the movie front, do you want to be playing yourself? Do you want to be playing other parts? Do you see yourself as a funny villain in a movie?
I want
How
to
do
be a
you
I want to be a real deal actor, but I've done one movie where I was already playing myself. I think I did two movies where I'm actually playing myself. I did one with New York Nico where I was
Nico's the
myself.
best.
Yeah, he's the man. But I'm working on I think next month I start filming. And I'm not myself. I'm playing a character, which is dope, and the script is dope. I think they told me I got Kim Basinger in the movie, and so like I'm starting to really, I just did some voiceover stuff for HBO Max. Um,
That's dope.
so I'm just getting my foot in the door, but I'm definitely looking to do like real deal acting, and I'm looking forward to it. And it's another challenge, just like I said.
You know what I'd love to see. And I've seen your Entourage before. Imagine an Entourage reboot with you and your
That
crew.
would be that would be hilarious.
Come on.
That would be hilarious. That's a great idea.
Doug Ellen, who's the producer and creator of Entourage, who has been on this podcast, is a friend. So if there's ever any dot connecting
Yo,
there,
let's connect
I
those. Let's
I
do it.
know I know he's been trying to do a remake with the same group, but that squad is they did their thing. So I mean, I that's what I'd love to see. That's just
Yeah, that
me.
would be awesome. I think that would be great. I got a lot of funny characters around me too. I think it would work out great.
You got a lot of dude. When I saw at we just when this comes out, season 4 of the Cooley won't be out yet, but we filmed it already, and when I saw you walking, I was like, oh, what's up, Nems? And then the people just keep coming. It was like a conga line of 30 people. I was like,
Absolutely.
how did they all fit into your green room? Your green room couldn't have been
I
that.
know. Now, yo, we have fun, bro. Like, listen, it's in my world. A lot of us come from the bottom. Like, we're in Coney Island, which is a ghetto. Like, and it's not fun for me to just do it by myself. I want the people that I came up with, the people that I've been at the bottom with, to now enjoy the fruits of my labor as well. Sometimes it gets a little taxing or it gets a little frustrating because so many people, it's kind of sometimes you have to watch, yo, don't do that. And this, they have to remind them, yo, I'm handling business here. This is not just fun. I'm handling business, so act accordingly. But for the most part, I want people to, I want my friends and my family and people close to me to enjoy, life as well with me. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, we're doing it and, having a great time doing it, which is dope.
How do
What's up with
you
the shirt though, man? Big blue.
the shirt?
Giants, baby.
Yeah, New York
Giants.
Giants. Hoping for a bounce back season.
Absolutely.
But how do you deal with figuring out who to trust in your circle, especially as you want to bring a bunch of people around you? How do you manage that?
For the most part, these are people that have been around me for years. Most of them I consider family. Now I bring them and I joke around with them, but it's kind of serious. Where it's like, all right, we got the A team where y'all use are available. Y'all can come with me to anything. If they do something where they fuck up or they get too drunk and they cause a scene or they're not, you know, they do something that's off brand for what they get moved to the B team. You know what I'm saying? And
It's not a guaranteed contract in
yeah,
this
so
life.
the B team is like, yo, if we're doing something in New York, you can come. Then we got the C team where it's just like, yo, maybe we'll see when we bring your name, maybe you can come, but you already fucked up numerous times. You know what I'm saying?
Can people from the B team or C team level up to
Yeah,
the
they can
A and
redeem
B
themselves.
team?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like how soccer leagues work in Europe. You get relegated down to the lower divisions. You got to win the title to come back up.
Nah, we joke around with it. I don't tell grown men, yo, you're gonna be, but yeah, for the most part, you have to tell them like, yo, listen, man, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna have a good time, we're gonna mingle with people and celebrities that you normally wouldn't, but just know that I'm also conducting business. You know what I'm saying? And we can't have any, really big fuck ups because I don't want, I don't want that on me. And my name, when people book me or something like that, they expect a certain level of professionalism. Where I if you fuck that up, then you don't get booked. It's gonna fuck up my money. So I try to keep it, like,
Of
because
course.
believe me, the 30 people you see behind me, there's 30 people more that I told no, they can't come this time.
Honestly, it's one of the most impressive things to me about you because you see me, I'm solo everywhere. I mean,
Absolutely.
I just don't feel like dealing with anybody because it distracts me. It has never helped me, but I can definitely see how it can be a bonus, especially when you've known a lot of these people for so long.
Absolutely.
Um, Now on the merchandise, actually, I want to ask you about the Joe Byron moment. Um, did you know that was going to be what it was, and did you have context on him, and had you met him before, and what's the sort of origin story
Oh,
behind
the homeless guy,
yeah
TJ. Yeah. He was in Coney Island maybe 1 or 2 summers. So before we started doing the video, I was already familiar with him. I would see him on a daily basis, give him money every day, joke around with him every day. Because one thing about me is I treat people whether they live in the penthouse or they're sleeping on the streets. I've been in both places myself as well, so I treat people all the same. I joke with you, I laugh with you, whatever. Um, so I was already familiar with him. I knew. So when the Side Talk Kids came, I knew the characters on my block and in my neighborhood that would do funny shit on camera and just work. So when Side Talk came, he was there on the block. I was like, yo, Byron. Well, we didn't call him Byron at the time. His name was TJ. Yo, TJ, come over here, man. Do that break dance and shit you do. And usually with break dance on the concrete with no shirt on. And I'll be like, yo, this guy's crazy. And then when we interviewed him, he started. He would say Byron. He would just say off the wall shit. So I already knew that he would work with it. But yeah, one day, it's on my Instagram. I watched it recently. I just asked him about his whole life. So originally he's like from California. Um, he came out to New York, and was he chose to be homeless. Like I saw with my own eyes. He would get uh he had a debit card that would I think his father passed and left him mad money, but it would only come like maybe $1,000 or $800 every Wednesday. And by Thursday he would be broke because he would do drugs and get drunk. But he had a nice allowance that he had all the time, and he would have a lady in the hood hold his card for him so he didn't lose it. And he made more money off of that video than any of us. They made a GoFundMe for him. He made like 30, 40,000 from it. And the last I heard of him from, because I haven't seen him for a while, is that he was back in California, where he's originally from, like Palm Springs. Somebody sent me a video. Yo, Nems, look, we with your boy out. He was like, yo, Byron, you know what I'm saying? He was in Palm Springs, California, like living the same exact life, but on the West Coast, where he's originally from.
Hey, Ben, as long as he's happy, that's all.
Yeah,
That's all that matters. Uh,
absolutely.
but I remember right around when that video came out, he was a real like celebrity.
Absolutely. 100%.
Everywhere he goes, Joe Byron. Um, do you think the president had seen that video?
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. I mean, that shit was everywhere when it came out. So there's like no way that the president did, and he did, and he did the voiceover thing. So he definitely saw it 100%.
It's so good. Yeah, honestly, that was one of the best Biden related moments in in the last few years. That was really good. Uh, last question. Um, what would you say about me in the don't disrespect me format?
Yo, don't disrespect me looking like one of the Lost Boys. Don't ever disrespect me looking like Kiefer Sutherland's son. You heard?
I don't know. I don't know how you do it, man, but every single time. My brother, where can people buy your merch, find your stuff, support the brands?
The merchandise is at fyl.nyc. It's impossible for you to go on my website and not see something you like. And my social media is Nems underscore FYL. So, check up on me, and that's basically it, man. Fuck your life.
My brother, thank you for doing this. Everybody also check out season 4 of the Crew League coming soon. Catch both of us on there. My brother, thank you again.
Thank
Always.
you, boss. Yup.